Hello, everybody, and welcome to the. That's not the show we're doing. Anime Reflux.
Maybe we shouldn't have let you take the lead after all.
What great timing you have, Casey.
Yeah. So, Okay, I've forgotten what the show is because it's a long name and it's hard to say. Zetsumetsu Kigu Shoujo Amazing Twins OVA. There is no actual show, so we're doing the OVA, which is just 2 episodes of a half hour each. It's I don't know. I thought it was actually pretty good.
It was
Um,
fine.
Me too.
so who wants to take it away? Because I don't remember the details enough, despite having only watched it half an hour ago.
Okay, I'll try.
All right.
Um, all right, so we start off. There's a bear, like a bear with a girl's voice, doing the introductions. Um,
Yeah, sitting in a little plush throne thingy.
Basically explaining what the powers of this series are. ISH, or ish, as I like to call it. Uh,
There are so
Basically,
many jokes just sitting there, and I'm just gonna let them all just wander on past.
yeah, I thought about them too when I saw ish come on the screen. It was
Mm.
fun. So it's basically a various array of supernatural powers that humans can possess,
Hmm.
but they're
And
very rare and almost extinct.
yeah, but they're not exactly hidden. Like they're a known thing that exists, like to the general public, it seems.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know, like with these powers. I guess I have to watch the other episode to figure this out more. Um, but yeah, they go into the title sequence after this explanation, and then we end up,
There's a superhero
at
fight.
yeah, a superhero fight. Weird, like because from what I can tell, this had nothing to do with the rest of the episode.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's establishing that superpowers exist
It
and are being used like superpowers.
it kind of looked like a superhero show. They had a dude that looked like a Superman, except he was like Japan Man, and then the
Hmm.
chick was like a Wonder Woman esque. She had the lasso like ability, and it reminded me of a superhero show.
I mean, that's most of the episode, also, and that didn't take
That's
it.
true.
Yeah, but yeah, I have no. That did kind of come out of nowhere and didn't really get brought up again. Now that you mention it.
I think somewhere in the middle of the anime there was a like poster of those people somewhere, and so I think that was establishing quietly that it used to be a show of some sort, or maybe they were idols. I don't know.
I mean, it looks like a lot of the people with this ish straining myself.
Just, just say it. It'll make you feel better.
Um,
Say people with this ish.
yeah, that I did. Yeah, that they use their powers and make a show of it. It seems like so. It might be that
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit of both superhero idols.
Yeah. So, well, if that is the case, we jump pretty much immediately into the street performance version of that because that's what the main character and her comrades are doing when we introduce ourselves to her. She has a bear attached to her hip that helps control her powers, basically. Um, so she and about two or three other people, they basically display their powers of strength and I don't know, telekinesis. Maybe what was the main girl's power that
Uh,
she displayed mostly?
Her thing is teleportation and also like I suppose barriers in the Bartolomeo sense of barriers, just like surfaces that are hard to break, kind of thing that you can just
Yeah.
make anywhere.
Hmm. Okay, well, there's apparently a dude as well who has like teleportation magic. Apparently, he just made like a bunch of gigantic globes appear. Um, and then there was another girl, very small girl, whose power is super strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very basic with that shit.
Yeah. And they all didn't put on the best shows beyond just being spectacular. They all just kind of flubbed their powers a little bit. Like,
Pretty much.
main girl tries to teleport down to the ground and kind of botches it. Dude with the balls is just kind of a shit performer, really, more than anything else. I think he did his thing fine, but he just wasn't really much of a showman. And the super strength thing was her just picking up the giant marbles for like a second and then going, I'm done. I'm pooped. So, yeah.
Not exactly the most impressive display of what they can do.
Even so, the crowd apparently give a little bit of unfair criticism. Like, I saw better than that on TV. Well, yeah, it's a live performance locally in your area. You're gonna have seen better stuff on TV. You ingrate.
That hits close to home.
Yeah, I imagine. That match was cool, by the way, that I watched.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so they were being observed by this girl, very haughty-looking young lady, who was not impressed at all, and she immediately goes off to tell like her boss or something in like his laboratory that, yeah, I saw this girl. She wasn't that impressive. Why the hell are we watching her again? And apparently, the main girl has a unique kind of powers.
Yeah, she has 2 powers when people are only supposed to have 1.
Yeah.
And they're very confused about that.
And there's a reason for that, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. And the girl in the secret base is kind of pissy about the whole thing and creates a giant monster outside the window that punches the window where he is, and he doesn't bat an eye, and the window doesn't break.
Because he's strong.
Or just because it's just an illusion and can't actually do anything.
I like to think it because he's strong.
Could be. I don't know. Well, they watched an episode, so.
Anyway, we get back to the protagonists sitting at their home. Apparently their shows suck, and they realize their shows suck.
At least they're self-aware.
Yeah. Gotta know where you are to get where you're going, kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Where did that come
it was.
from? Sorry.
So this leads to a flashback scene. About the first time she saw powers, I guess. There was this lady that stopped to go ahead.
First time that she used her powers, I think, is the implication.
Yeah.
A car comes careening down the street, about to hit a bunch of kids, particularly her, and it gets stopped. Like, somehow. And all the kids are like, oh, weird, she's like a freak that saved our lives, but fuck her. Yeah.
Yeah, like people do.
Yeah. And then a woman shows up and is like, oh yeah, I stopped that. Honest. And, puts it down. And the protagonist girl is like, oh wow, she covered for me. Which implies that, yeah, she totally did actually do that, but... yeah.
Okay. So it's during this flashback we learn there's a spirit inside of the bear thing that the main girl keeps. Which is weird. Apparently, the spirit inside the bear is her sister.
Twin
They're
sister.
twins. Yeah. Which is weird.
I mean, actually, it could be based on a real thing. Like there is a thing with twins and one of them eats the other one in utero. That's not unheard of.
It's not. But that's
That just makes it like 5 times creepier.
It does, actually, now that you mention it. I said that out loud and I was like, wait, this means that the protagonist... Oh, okay. Yep.
We don't know if that's what happened. Alright.
I mean...
That's the twist at the end.
Okay, yep.
But it does explain why she has two powers.
I suppose it was more of a crunch than a twist, but sure.
Gross. Wait. If it happened in the womb, she wasn't that crunchy yet.
Fair.
Why am I?
Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why am I?
Let's
I'm sorry. I had to.
Why are you sorry? I said it.
Well, I didn't help stop it.
Okay, moving on, as you say. Where did it go next?
All right. So yeah, after that, main character decides to go off and train, work on her powers, so that she doesn't freak people out so much. She goes to a fortune teller.
That's the most reasonable thing she could do.
Is it really?
Sure.
Most reasonable.
Yes. And the fortune teller got smashed, which I thought was awesome.
And it's also very reasonable when it comes to negotiations, apparently.
I mean, still charge her $50.
Yeah, but like, I think like 20 is somewhat acceptable for like this sort of. I mean, it's still garbage charlatanism, but still, usually they charge a bit more than $5, so to speak.
I wouldn't know. All right, so I don't have no idea what was said here. Does anything important come out of this?
Not really. No.
I think it was basically the typical anime. Just believe in yourself and you'll
Right.
be strong.
That was it. She said, your powers are based in beliefs, so because you're so stupid that you believe anything is possible, then you could do anything. That's pretty much literally what she said. She said you're a moron, and because of that, you could do anything.
I mean, she's not wrong. About half of it, at least, so far. She does not seem to be very bright. But that's fine.
True.
So anyway, main character goes get a snack. While she's eating the snack, something weird shows up in it. It is the result of the girl from earlier in the lab using her illusion powers to put something in there to freak her out.
She also claims the 3-second rule, which I appreciate.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't claim 3-second rule in public.
Neither do I. Nor do I
private-
announce it out loud. But
Yeah, but in private, there is an unlimited second rule.
I mean,
No?
I tend to leave it at 5.
Unlimited second rule. I clean my house.
I don't, so I leave it at 5.
Fair enough. So this is how Illusion Girl basically introduces herself.
Yep.
Main character's like, oh, you know who I am. You must be a fan of our trip. She's like, no, wait, you're shit. That's not why I know you. She basically calls her out for having powers and demands she come along with her so she can learn more about what she knows.
Yeah, it explains she's from this troop called I Am. Which I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to mean, but yeah. They're called I Am, and they have a really scary show, which protagonist has not seen because she doesn't like scary things.
Yeah. So basically, after that, we head back to the house where the characters are talking about I Am, basically saying everything that Casey just said, that they're scary shows and shows are sometimes dangerous. And then we head to the theater where this show is actually taking place. Main character is in there by herself with the bear sister.
Sitting right in the middle of the audience, which is good seat placement. Good choice by her. Just saying.
I mean, if you're in there by yourself, where else are you going to sit?
I mean, you could sit front row, but that's actually not really optimal. That you crane your neck, it's not comfortable. So
I tend to sit at the back because I don't like people behind me because I'm paranoid. Which, at a show like this, seems like a good idea. Because if she sat at the back, she wouldn't have gotten caught by the stupid illusion thing that took her bear and threw it on stage with the crazy mean lady with the illusion powers.
yeah, which happens, by the way, just to move us along a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, she becomes
So-
part of the show.
Yes. Unwillingly. she has to watch as Illusion Lady chops the bear to pieces in front of her. And she can't really do anything to stop it.
That was kind of creepy.
Yes, it was. Especially when you realize what the bear was.
Yes.
But their entire point of doing that was to make the main character girl, use her powers, actually work, instead of slacking. She didn't actually cut up the bear. She threw it back to her after she was done.
Yeah, like, it's all an illusion. I control what people see. That's my thing. So, here's your bear.
Yeah.
Also, here's a friend of yours, and I'm gonna stab her. In case you didn't quite realize I'm probably a villain, I'm gonna stab a person you care about. We on the same page? Cool. So here's another girl that isn't an illusion, so you should probably do something to save her before she gets hurt, like by this guy that we forcibly awaken the powers of, and...
Yeah, we don't know what he does. We're just gonna find out now. Also, forcing people's powers kind of messes with their heads, so he's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, and it gets a little uncomfortable at this point.
Why does he have a blonde afro?
Japan's delinquent scene is a little eclectic. Yeah, but what's her name, whose name I don't remember, I Am Lady, is she gives a challenge to get hold of the girl. And Delinquent Dude is A-okay with this plan. As I say...
He's excited to be a part of it.
Okay, let's go with that interpretation, because I prefer it. So, yeah, it becomes a chase through the streets and such of protagonists trying to use a teleportation quirk to keep up with the guy that's just fucking doing it and just going.
I assume because he's crazy and not thinking about it in any way, shape, or form, he could just do it.
Yeah.
While she's been, fretting over it, she's cognizant of what she's doing fully and realizes that she can't really do it that well. So eventually she just sucks it up, remembers what the fortune teller said about her will and her powers, and just muscles through it. She, bumps into stuff, dents the side of a truck, knocks shit over.
I do appreciate that she just kept going instead of doing the whole typical anime girl, oh no, I hurt myself. And, she just messed up and made it through.
Yeah, and I appreciate that she's still not good at it and didn't miraculously become amazing just because she believed in herself.
She learned how to do it just enough to keep up until he stopped.
Yeah.
And then he fights her with a psychic sword. And she fights back with, the barrier things that we saw earlier. They're apparently very decent shields for her. Yeah.
I can't remember whether it was at this point or a little bit after, but they basically have the same powers, by the way, in the psychic shields. He's just making swords with his rather than defenses.
Right.
And as this is going on, the bear twin snack, can't let go of that now that yeah, okay. It suggests, okay, let's combine like we did that one time that we never saw because this is an OVA and they don't have time to establish things. So they do, and it's magical girl transformation complete with what you expect from a magical girl transformation.
She got a cool scarf.
Sure, let's go
and
with
hair
that.
color.
Yeah, that also. Yep. It does look pretty cool.
It does.
And the shield she makes is stronger because she's just directly controlling them rather than someone else sort of just having to carry the weight, so to speak. And I like the design for them because they're like it
multi-layered
looks like
pentagons.
Yeah. It looks really interesting and there's some thought behind how to actually reinforce the shields rather than it just being, okay, it's just a flat surface. It's no, these things are designed to be shields, and so they have reinforcement where you would need them to be reinforced, which is nice. So yeah, they basically duke it out. Her and delinquent dude, Afro Man. I'm not gonna call him Afro Man. He's
Yes,
not
yes,
cool
you
enough
are.
to be Afro Man.
No one listening to this remembers Afro Man.
That's just make me sad sometimes, can't you? I don't appreciate it. All right. What happened then? They're fighting.
He's fighting. He's losing. He tries to take the hostage. Tries to take the other girl hostage one more time, but main character girl is too strong at this point. She catches him with a giant psychic hand and squeezes him to death, just as he teleports a car that they are fighting on top of a roof. The car falls off, and magical girl main character decides, okay, I'm gonna warp now, and it's gonna be get it right this time. Otherwise, we're all gonna die. So she does, and she saves herself and her friend, and happy times.
Yeah, and the sister bear snack is like, hey, sorry about all of. Please don't hate her for this. Like, this sucks. I know, but like, please. I forget what she actually said.
Basically, it's like, yeah, basically that. Like, yeah, we know all this shit was really weird, and you're probably really scared right now. Please don't be scared. She's really nice. And that's basically it.
Yeah.
They also addressed the motivation of the main character, how she said that she's doing this for the sake of her since she doesn't have a body. And in order to live in this world normally, she wants to make the Ish powers seem non-threatening. And that's why she makes the shows.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. It was a conversation we kind of skipped over, I think, with the villain as well, where it's like, yeah, I just do magic shows because I want powers to be fun and,
Yes.
non-threatening. And the villain lady is like, that's stupid, and you're stupid.
In a nutshell, yeah.
I like this show.
I did too.
It started off slow, but it established the character's personality. And when it got to the fight was really tight and well done. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
That's the benefit of an OVA when there's only going to be 2 episodes. You can put the budget where you need to put the budget, rather than we need to save all of our money for the big blowout at the end of whatever we're going to do. So yeah, I enjoyed this quite a bit.
I may watch the second one to figure out what the fuck this is ending up to be. Same.
If my eyes will ever stop feeling like they're about to stop bleeding, that would be good too. Any other thoughts, Blush? No.
Not really.
Yeah. Fairly.
Don't call the bear a snack. I'm going to have nightmares.
I'm sure she was delicious. I mean.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll stop.
So, description I've heard. I mean, the fact that you like it makes me reconsider wanting to give it a chance, but overall, it doesn't sound. I mean, it doesn't sound uninteresting. It just sounds like something that would be better suited for a full story, I guess.
But I mean, that's the thing. This is an OVA, and I'm fairly certain it has an accompanying whatever medium it happens to come from. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But yeah, I mean, this show seems to have elements of like Mob Psycho, to be honest. Like the whole using superpowers to get what you want is the objective of the villains, and the protagonists are like, no, let's just use them for like whatever and funsies and like nothing else really. Like, what's the point of using them for something else?
Yeah, I mean, in that case, it seems like it would just be another version of My Hero Academia. You even used the word quirk at least once while you were describing this show.
News to me. I don't know whether I did that, but I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. It has room to grow.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. Amazing Twins. So what's the original? Okay, that's definitely not what I searched for.
Yeah. I'm
I
sure
don't
the
wanna
twins
know.
are pretty amazing, but you're probably better off searching for Zetsumetsu. Let's take that.
Original one?
Okay, that gives me translations. There we go. Kigo Shoujo, Amazing Twins. Okay. It turns out I was wrong.
It's just 2 episodes, and that's just the OVA.
That's kind of sad. There's some potential here.
Yeah.
I can see why there's people in the comments just saying, hey, where's the full show? Yeah.
When was
There
it
it
released?
Full show. 2014.
Oh, so yeah, that's done.
God, patient.
I'll tell you exactly what this show is. This show is fan fiction fodder. That's what it is.
Yeah, I suppose.
Unfortunately, if you write it, no one will ever know what you're talking about.
Huh? Well, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you change the names and make it just original work, really.
But they get sued.
Tell that to 50 Shades of garbage writing.
All right. Anything more to say?
No, thumbs up. Watch it. It's 2 episodes. Do it.
All right then.
Patient put iams in the chat, as in the pet food or whatever it is.
I have been patiently waiting for you to notice that.
Yeah. So weird to say I'm
No.
hungry right now?
You can have some dog food if you want to. Yes.
Kenshi, if you please.
Right. All right. So, magic number generator comes up with on this magical day 12.
12. And that's L.
L.
Right.
Doesn't lend itself to shouting.
36.
All right.
I was gonna
Last
say, how does
one.
it have so few L's when there's like 2 pages of them? But then I see
Because
like
most of them are Lupin.
Yeah.
And the last time we were here, we got Lamine, Lamoon.
Oh,
Don't remind me. What's the number again, patient?
36.
Right. 36 people.
I should probably watch something of Lupin. I didn't realize there were like 1,000 different Lupin things.
It's really not that good.
Oh.
I saw one of the movies and it was decent. It was pretty good.
All right, let's see. Out of 36, today we get 13.
13.
Lucky number.
Level E.
Okay.
And note, Blush is the only one with a veto.
Yeah. Tsutsui Yukitaka is a freshman who has finally convinced his parents that he is ready to live on his own. When he arrives at his new apartment, he is surprised to find that someone has arrived before him, a young man who claims that he is an alien and that he is suffering from amnesia. A series of short stories involving aliens on Earth.
A group of similar one-shots.
Checking the episode length. They're actually 20 minutes long.
Oh, okay. It's not bad.
Yeah, so we got a pet shop kind of thing going on.
Sounds interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, not overly interesting, but enough that I'm willing to watch it.
Blush? Sorry, you're the only one with the veto power, so if you wanted to, it's up to you.
I think it's fine. I'm just kind of like gazing at this with a strange expression on my face, wondering what the heck this is.
Yeah, that art style is odd. Kanchi, does it carry over into the show?
Let's see. Not really, no.
I mean, it looks kind of like it's going for, like, you know, an anime style of, like, the old movie posters that they used to do, like the good ones, like
Yeah.
Star Wars, way back in the day.
Yeah, the actual show looks nothing like this thumbnail. So,
Okay.
I mean, vaguely if you squint, but not really.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm up for it.
All right.
So,
then.
cool. Level E. I don't know why I said it like that. It wasn't actually that fun.
I don't either.
Yeah, so Level E is the thing we're doing next week. It could be good. No idea. Hard to tell with shows like these where it's just sort of an anthology.
Everything could be good.
That's not true.
It's just that most things aren't.
Do you want to watch the rest of Jewel Pets, Kenshi? You want to tell me any of those could be good?
I just said most things aren't.
What do you mean the rest of it? Remember, he didn't get a chance to... Oh, wait.
No, I did watch it. I just didn't get to get on the show to actually bitch about it. Showed up at the very end after you were all done.
I mean, you don't know, Kenshi. You could try another one of the Jewel Pet shows. It might be good.
I'm good. Maybe you can watch Legends again or some shit.
You know something funny, Kenshi? Legends was number 12 on this list.
I know.
I mean,
But
we've
we already
seen
watched it.
so.
Just thinking it was interesting. We were a number away from landing on it again.
I noticed that too, but I didn't want to talk about it because I remember that show.
I don't even remember what it was.
It was Garbo.
Well, I for one am looking forward to the next time we come across a product placement show because I love Kenshi's reactions.
They were funny at first, but now I'm just tired of them.
I mean, it's been long enough that we can do another one. I probably won't even join in on a group veto for the next one.
All right.
Bite me, Kenshi. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.